Tonight on CTV News at 6. New details on the homicide investigation in Greater Sudbury, where a 67-year-old was killed earlier this week. Plus, it's Christmas Eve, which can only mean one thing.
This is one of the most important pitch-ins that we do every single year.
We check in with NORAD, the team that has been tracking Santa's journey across the globe for 70 years. And a miniature world of wonder.
This village has always been a labor of love for the past number of years, but it's now more or less transformed into a lovely tribute to our late daughter.
A Sudbury family shares their Christmas village built by years of sentimental memories.
CTV News at 6 with Tony Rima and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. Thanks for spending a bit of your Christmas Eve with us. Tony is off. We begin with an update on the homicide investigation in the Greater Sudbury community of Walden. Investigators returned to the home on Municipal Road 55 yesterday, executing a search warrant where a 67-year-old woman was found dead earlier this week. A 34-year-old suspect has been charged. While details of the incident are still limited, police confirmed today that it is expected that additional charges could be laid against the suspect in the future as the investigation is ongoing. Continued drug trafficking investigations in North Bay have led to another drug bust in the city. Police say they executed a search warrant December 18th on Fraser Street, where two men were arrested. They found more than 480 grams of fentanyl, enough, police estimate, for over 240,000 lethal doses of the drug. Also found were replica guns and other weapons, 1,500 in cash, weapons, and more illicit drugs. The two North Bay men have faced several trafficking-related charges. Charges are pending after a house fire at Elliott Lake Tuesday afternoon. Fire crews arrived at a home on Tokyo Crescent around 4:30 Tuesday afternoon to find smoke and flames on the main floor of the residence. Firefighters had the blaze under control quickly, but there was heavy damage to the living room and second-story bedroom. In a release, the fire department of Elliott Lake says there were no smoke detectors in the home, which has led to charges. No one was injured in the fire, which is believed to have been started by careless use of smoking materials. Carbon monoxide is known as the silent killer because it is colorless, odorless, and a tasteless gas. It means a working alarm is the only reliable method for early detection. Greater Sudbury Fire Services wants residents, homeowners, and landlords to be aware of the changes to the fire code regulations regarding carbon monoxide alarms in the new year.
The current regulation change coming in effect January the 1st of 2026 is to have working carbon monoxide alarms installed on every level of your home. And so where it's required, of course, is due to having fuel-fired appliances within your home, and if your home also has an attached garage.
The current regulation is to have working carbon monoxide alarms near sleeping areas. The annual Christmas Day meal in North Bay is all set for tomorrow as volunteers spent the last few days preparing the food, getting trained, and stuffing turkeys as the event will mark its 20th year. Throughout the week, they have been busy peeling potatoes, cutting vegetables. Today, the chef is preparing to stuff and cook just under 30 turkeys at the Davidi Club for the midday meal. For those who are homeless or alone for Christmas, they can attend the Pro-Cathedral of the Assumption Church for a warm meal. Last year, around 950 turkey lunches were handed out, including both sit-down and takeout. And there's still time to get involved if you've been looking to give back.
We always need people to be on standby for the day of in case somebody is sick or not show up. We tell them which group they belong to, and in that group what's their job and what we expect of them.
The meal will be served between 11:30 and 1, accompanied with live Christmas carols and a gift bag. Takeout starts at 1. It's time now for our first check on weather, and of course it's Christmas Eve. The cookies are ready, the stockings are hung by the chimney with care, but the weather, well, it does its own thing. Are we expecting a white Christmas? With that answer, here's the festive man himself, Rick Wyman.
Well, what an introduction, and a Merry Christmas to you and yours this festive season. Amanda, I certainly appreciate that introduction. It will be white. It'll be cold tomorrow, and it should be a nice looking day throughout Northeastern Ontario. We'll get into that in the 7-day forecast and a lot more. Our systems map courtesy of Environment Canada. Of course, those flurries that we've experienced moving out of the system, but we've got more snow coming your way, Amanda. I know you'll love this. More snow, periods of snow by Friday, according to Environment Canada. But for tomorrow, maybe the chance of flurries in some areas, some sun and cloud, some cloud clearing, and some nice conditions for tomorrow, but colder than what we've experienced, and it'll be cold overnight. We'll have some details on our current temperatures coming up. Kind of a colder night as well in just a few minutes. Amanda?
Sounds good for that. Thanks, Rick. A quick programming note to let you know about. Tonight at 11:30, we were once again ringing in some of the best feel-good stories from the past year. Join Ian Campbell tonight as we broadcast from Kiwi Park some of the good news from 2025. That's tonight on CTV Northern Ontario, or you can watch it on Crave. Still to come on CTV News at 6. City Council in Elliott Lake has approved its budget for 2026. What can residents expect? And a Sudbury organization seeks to reflect its growth across the north.
You see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400 from your screen to ours. Text 10400.
Time now for a look at the mayor's chair. Once a week, we check in with local mayors to see what's happening in their community and some of the situations they're dealing with. Joining us tonight in the mayor's chair is Mayor George Comrie from the municipality of Whitestone. Mayor Comrie, welcome.
Well, thanks. Pleasure to be here, Ian.
I want to start with the snow and weather. Clearly, we've been getting a lot, Mayor George, and I know the Almaguin Highlands and Muskoka areas got some wicked snow last year, and already those impacted by George Bay are seeing a fair bit. I live in that zone. How are you guys doing so far?
Well, we're not doing too badly, but we've had a fair bit for this early in the year. But we're coping all right. I haven't had any major, nothing causing us to shut down.
Well, the municipality has been repeatedly encouraging residents to make sure they are winter prepared. I was looking at that, saw several posts on the Facebook page for Whitestone. How important is that for you? Because I know winter prepared can mean a lot of things.
Well, it is important, and we do have a number of folks who, have mobility issues and that kind of thing in the community, and so. But we have a great fire and rescue department, and they are they go out in all kinds of weather and all kinds of conditions with whatever vehicles they need to use, and they manage to get to people. So we plan for emergencies, but we're not too concerned about our ability to handle them, I'd say.
That's right. You guys are experts in how to deal with winter for sure. I'm curious, on another note, as a small town mayor, a lot of the complaints I hear from a lot of your counterparts is about sustainable funding to the municipality. Tonight is Christmas Eve. Is there something you would like funding, or what is at the top of the Mayor of Whitestone's wish list?
Well, that's definitely an issue for us. We're always looking for funding. We're particularly interested in opportunities to develop some of the tourism in our area. That we have this great asset, a lot of really great wilderness that people love to canoe and kayak and hike and camp and so on in. But we need to really develop it as a destination, and that's one of the things that we're actually asking the province to give us a hand with.
Yeah, I mean, I saw an Instagram post about a luxury ranch that opened in Whitestone earlier this year. Did you still see your fair share of tourists this past summer?
Yes, I would say so, but we did have a large campground in the community that changed hands and didn't operate. People have been coming to this campground for many years, and we noticed, because they closed it in the summer to start redeveloping it, the new owners did, and we noticed the absence of those people. So it may have been a little quieter because of because of that.
Well, let's hope you guys get that assistance for sure. As I mentioned, it is Christmas Eve. Any message to the people of Whitestone or Northern Ontario as we head out into this holiday season?
Well, I mean, I always say to people in my, to our people in my messages, to travel with care and enjoy their surroundings, but just be careful. Prepare when you're going to be outside. Watch out for things like thin ice and so on. There's a lot of snowmobiling goes on here, and be kind to one another.
Mayor George, thank you so much. A Merry Christmas to you and yours, sir.
Thank you very much, Ian. Same to you.
That is Mayor George Comrie from the municipality of Whitestone.
Thanks for that, Ian. A new subdivision has been approved in the city of Timmins. As part of the process to build 241 mixed residential units, the city will host a public information session about the rezoning January 12th at the McIntyre Community Centre. The meeting will provide information on the development timelines, infrastructure, and allow for feedback. The meeting will start at 4 p.m. with a public statutory meeting at 5:30. Also, a requirement for amend the zoning bylaw. City Council in Elliott Lake has approved the 2026 budget with a minimal tax increase to property owners. Residents of Elliott Lake will see a 3.06% increase on property taxes in the new year, which city officials say is a result of increases to the OPP, Algoma Public Health, and Algoma District Services Administration Board's budgets. The city portion of the municipal levy is not increasing. Council has voted as part of this budget a more than 60% increase to capital and reserves, which fund major projects in the community like the arena and other infrastructure initiatives. An association representing the residential building sector across the region has changed its name to better reflect its expanded role and growth. We get details from CTV's Angela Gemmell.
For years, the work of the Homebuilders Association in Sudbury expanded beyond the city, so a new name change better reflects that broader service area.
To better represent really where we're coming from in Sudbury as well as the other Northern Ontario communities, to really have our position understood.
The Sudbury and District Homebuilders Association has now become the Northern Ontario Homebuilders Association. Farouja says it reflects their years of growth, expanded partnerships, and the variety of residential construction members they serve, like builders, renovators, and suppliers. He adds this will help with future advocacy to the provincial government, since Southern Ontario representatives don't always understand challenges specific to Northern Ontario.
So a lot of the unique and individual challenges of Northern Ontario aren't always voiced or represented through individuals with lived Northern Ontario experience. So we've struggled for quite a while to have some of these issues heard, although advocacy efforts have been obviously made.
Challenges include training and retention of skilled trades workers and the costly transportation of personnel, equipment, and materials.
All those types of things are a little bit more costly in Northern Ontario, take longer to arrive, have less options as far as utilization of existing infrastructure to actually transport those things to site.
Farouja says several other home builders associations in the region are looking to join them.
There are other local smaller communities as well where we have existing members that don't have active associations that we're looking to also represent better.
Farouja says the name change is more than just a rebrand. He says it's a reflection of the association's commitment to Northern Ontario communities and the home builders industry, and is meant to strengthen their unified voice across the region. Angela Gemmell, CTV News, Sudbury.
Sault Area Hospital says they're seeing a spike in flu cases among young people. Flu cases have been spiking across the country. Sault Ste. Marie is seeing higher than normal cases among infants and children so far. In a press release, the hospital says it's seen several children with critical illness related to influenza and is urging parents to ensure their kids are vaccinated. The North Shore Health Network is advising residents that the Thessalon site will be closed starting Boxing Day due to a doctor shortage. The emergency department will be closed from 8 a.m. Friday until 6 p.m. Sunday. Blind River, Richards Landing, and Sault Area Hospital are open. Back now for a check on the current conditions with Rick Wyman. And Rick, a lot of kids will be out there wondering this. Santa Claus is coming to town tonight. How is it looking out there for him?
Okay, the current temperature is cooler than last night. As a matter of fact, it's colder outside. We'll get to those temperatures in just a moment, but first let's check out the forecast radar from Environment Canada. Managed to get rid of the flurries, but another system coming in by Friday. So, Amanda, I don't know about your travel plans come Friday, periods of snow. So we'll keep a close eye on that. But tomorrow should be nice, depending on where you live, maybe with the chance of flurries. Now, those current temperatures, about 10 to 12 degree difference from last night. Moosonee, this is all with the wind chill. Moosonee minus 17, Cochrane minus 20, Timmins minus 20, and some precipitation at Kapuskasing this hour at minus 18. How about Chapleau? Minus 13, Wawa minus 10, and Sault Ste. Marie at minus 9. Then there's Parry Sound at minus 5 this hour. Moving on up to North Bay at minus 16 in Temiskaming Shores, and precipitation in Kirkland Lake at minus 18. Sudbury Nickel Belt minus 13, minus 7 in Espanola, minus 10 in Elliott Lake, and minus 7 on Manitoulin Island in Gore Bay. 7-day forecast and a sporty pick of the day coming up just minutes away. Amanda.
Thanks for that, Rick. Around the north, people have put out spectacular community displays of lights. In some places, the community hosts decorating contests. In Elliott Lake, there were some great winners from this year's contest, and the community has a map that leads you to all of the contestants. While voting is closed, it's not too late to take a drive and admire some of your neighbors' handiwork. And of course, congratulations to this year's winning displays. Looks amazing. Thanks. Next on CTV News at 6. A new grocery code of conduct comes into effect in the new year. What does it mean? But first, we take a live look at the Sudbury Water Tower downtown. I don't see Santa yet, but he's on his way. More to come after the break. Nipissing MPP and Ontario's Economic Development Minister Vic Fedeli has outlined the province's strategy for the new year following a year which saw the United States upend trade relations with Canada. In a recent interview with the Canadian Press, Fedeli noted that he flew to 20 different countries with the same goal in mind, how Ontario and Canada can work with them around the United States. The MPP is looking to secure new production for the province from foreign companies and help open new markets for existing Ontario defence manufacturers. But he also aims to boost domestic production. The province and the federal government see an opportunity regarding a flurry of defence spending, including the European Union's $1.3 trillion Rearm Europe plan, and a lot of steel will be needed to meet the goal. Canada's long-awaited grocery code of conduct is just days away from taking effect. The voluntary set of standards is meant to guide how grocery retailers and their suppliers interact with one another. CTV's Scott Hurst has that story.
Shoppers are making last-minute trips to the grocery store to get all the holiday fixings.
Stuff to make pancakes for breakfast tomorrow. Some baby spinach.
Is that for the big feast?
That's for the big feast. That's the only thing I forgot.
But high prices leading to an expensive bill at the checkout continue to cut away some holiday cheer.
Usually prices is going up.
Through 2025, Canadians have been dealing with food inflation that remains stubbornly high, keeping affordability as a top concern for much of the year.
Everything is going a little bit up, and then you realize the next month is more expensive and more expensive.
But beginning on January 1st, something new for the food industry, a grocery code of conduct.
The code of conduct is very simply a framework or a set of guidelines on the relationship between grocers and their suppliers.
Top grocers have all agreed to sign on. It's expected to promote a more fair and transparent supply chain, clear standards for a better commercial relationship between the supplier and seller. According to experts, it could lead to more choice and potentially level the playing field for some smaller stores and suppliers.
The big thing you might see is a little more variation of supply.
So it begs the question, will it have an impact on prices?
The transparency is good, the dispute settlement mechanism is good, but don't expect decreased food prices because of the grocery code of conduct.
Expect food to take a bigger bite of your budget next year. In fact, the latest food price report produced by several Canadian universities is projecting the average family of four to pay close to $1,000 more, with food inflation likely staying elevated between 4 to 6%. Scott Hurst, CTV News, Toronto.
According to one of the major credit card companies, Canadians are spending more this holiday season, especially in person. New data from Visa Canada says shoppers have returned to gift buying the old-fashioned way at malls and brick-and-mortar retail stores. Since November 1st, Visa says 88% of this year's holiday payment volume was in physical stores compared to just 12% online. Data from Visa also revealed Canadians are spending 4.4% more this holiday season compared to last year. Shop owners today saying they believe it.
It's been really good. It's our first time in the new Sudbury Mall. I'm originally from Sudbury, so it's really nice to be here, and it's been, a really strong season.
In Sudbury, last-minute shoppers were out in full force hoping to get that perfect gift.
I'm trying to get some photos printed and just getting some last minute wrapping and stuff like that.
We do Christmas Eve boxes, so I'm getting hot chocolate. I got them some gingerbread mugs from Walmart that I found this morning, so mostly getting that and some last minute stuff for my husband.
I guess it's not too late because we haven't gathered around the Christmas tree yet, so it's all good.
Just got here right at 10 because I looked up when they opened. I'm trying to just get in, get out, and spend time with family.
Most shops are officially closed now, so we hope you found everything that you needed. As many families are getting set to celebrate the holidays with their loved ones, Mark Carney has released his first ever Christmas message as Prime Minister.
Happy holidays, Canada. In a more divided and uncertain world, the holiday season is an opportunity to slow down, reflect, and focus on what really matters. This is a season of joy for families, and I hope you find time to rest, reconnect, and celebrate with the people that you love the most. For Christians, Christmas holds a special meaning. It's a time to celebrate the birth of Jesus, to rejoice in the light that he brings, and to recommit to follow his example of service, forgiveness, and generosity. For Canadians of all traditions, the holidays remind us that there can be hope after despair, that light follows darkness. This is a time to remember those in need of comfort, those struggling to get by, those grieving a loved one. A time to help with a call, a visit, or an act of kindness that reminds someone that they are not alone. And although this year has brought more than its share of challenges to our country, we've also been reminded that we are fortunate to be part of one extraordinary, generous, and caring nation. That we're strongest when we're united, when we look out for each other, when we take care of each other. Merry Christmas and happy holidays, Canada, from my family to yours.
There's more news ahead, but first, here's your full weather forecast with Rick Wyman. And Rick, you had the Santa hat last show, and now you've got a different one now. I'm interested.
Well, one of our co-workers said I look more like Indiana Jones. All I'm missing is the whip right now, but my wife told me to start dressing up. She's sick and tired of seeing me in a ball cap. I've got my favorite teams, you know that, Amanda, but she said, hey, start dressing up. So, hey, why not start off tonight with the new hat anyways? It's all good. Forecast radar, the kids are excited. I'm excited. Everybody's excited. It's Christmas Eve. Here we go with forecast radar as issued by Environment Canada. And of course, we've got some nice weather settling in for tomorrow. Maybe the chance of some flurry activity in some centers, but relatively good. Some snow in the forecast come Friday, but of course, that's after Christmas Day. Here we go. Light snow, flurries in Greater Sudbury overnight. Sault Ste. Marie, chance of flurries. Light snow about 2 centimeters in Timmins. Temiskaming Shores, chance of flurries 2 centimeters and 2 centimeters in North Bay as well. Moosonee for this evening, chance of flurries minus 33 with the wind chill. Yikes. Chance of flurries Caphurst, Wawa, chance of flurries Gore Bay, and more of the same in Parry Sound. 7-day forecast. Here we go. Sudbury, Nickel Belt. Christmas Day, we've got clearing, minus 13, some snow on Friday. Saturday, sunshine, warming up to minus 9. Sunday, chance of snow, and Monday, chance of flurries, minus 5, then getting colder, minus 10 by Monday. Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma. Clearing for tomorrow on Christmas Day, -6 the high. Snow on Friday, -3. It remains -3 Saturday, sun and clouds. Sunday, chance of snow at -2. Then getting colder Monday, chance of flurries at 40%. The expected high of -7. Let's have a look now at Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing. Christmas Day, the chance of showers, or excuse me, flurries at 30% for tomorrow. -17 the expected high in Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing. Snow on Friday, -12, -9 Saturday with the sunshine. Should be a great looking day there. Sunday, chance of snow at -7 and -14. Cooling down big time on Monday. Chance of flurries in the area. Temiskaming Shores and Kirkland Lake, we've got, well, the chance of showers, not showers, but flurries. I've got rain on the brain for today because there's also some freezing drizzle overnight in our forecast, but that's okay. -12 for tomorrow on Christmas Day. Friday, some snow, -12, -10 Saturday with the sunshine. Sunday, chance of snow at -8 and chance of flurries on Monday at -11. And a look now at North Bay, West Nipissing. Okay, chance of flurries at 30% for tomorrow, -10 as Santa waves back. Friday, chance of snow, more likely than not, -12, -9 Saturday. Sunday, -7, and Monday, -10 degrees. Pick of the daytime. It's of a sporting nature involving your Toronto Blue Jays. Lisa sent this in. I really like this Christmas tree and the setup. Out of the park Christmas for Lisa and her family in Timmins. Lisa, thank you so much for that. Perhaps we'll get another pick of the day coming up when we come back on Monday. Coming up next, a local restaurant chain is handing out free Christmas dinners tonight and tomorrow for those in need. And what would you do with $80 million? These stories are coming up.
Welcome back. A Sudbury family is sharing some of their Christmas magic with us tonight. The Brunette family assembles a very large Christmas village every year. It's made up of buildings, figurines, lights, and built on some sentimental memories. CTV's Alana Everson reports.
Mike Burnett and his wife Suzanne assemble this Christmas village every holiday season as a tradition. They say it gets bigger every year as they collect pieces they love.
Finding houses that sort of meant something to our family, where I have a Chinese restaurant where my mom was a Chinese, worked as a waitress for years. My daughter-in-law, myself, and my mother-in-law are teachers, so I have a couple of schools.
We've been married for 52 years. Mike started collecting pieces maybe about 15 years ago, and every year we tend to see little pieces and curate things that will fit into it and things that are meaningful to us.
This year, the family are calling it Mimi's Christmas Village, in memory of their daughter they lost to cancer in August of 2024.
And before she passed away, she made me promise to continue doing the village, and I told her I didn't know, but she made me promise. So last year I did the village, and it made me feel good, and I know that she's happy.
I want to say healing in a certain sense, to see how this village has always been a labor of love over the past number of years, but it's now more or less transformed into a lovely tribute to our late daughter.
It takes the Burnett's about 3 weeks to assemble the village.
They all tell me that I have a lot of patience, but I tell them it's, I guess, labor of love, where, you know, I just enjoy doing it.
The Burnett's say they set up the unique village every year to bring joy to family and friends and to honor a lost loved one. Alana Everson, CTV News, Sudbury.
What an incredible display. A rideshare company with roots in Northern Ontario is making sure no one misses out on Christmas dinner with family. U-Ride is offering free rides up to $25 on Christmas Day for all 27 locations it operates in, including Sudbury, Sault Ste. Marie, North Bay, and Timmins. It's through the company's Good Deed program, where a portion of rides each month go towards helping the community. The founder and CEO says U-Ride started as a way to prevent impaired driving, and this is a small gesture they can do to make a difference for customers.
Things are pretty expensive. A lot of people, it's tough financially during this time. So I don't know. I just don't want transportation to be a challenge for anyone to get to Christmas dinner. You should be able to go spend time with your family, with your friends and your loved ones, and you shouldn't have to stress about the cost if you are struggling. So the point of this is just to make it a little bit easier for people and bring more families together during Christmas.
Anyone interested can send a message to URide with the subject line, "Free rides for Christmas." Roberto says if the ride is further than the credit covers, then it may cost riders a small amount. Souk Dev Snacks and Sweets is giving back to Northern Ontario at this time of year. CTV's Madison Marier has the holiday story.
Souk Dev is expanding its yearly tradition of providing community members in need with a free holiday meal.
This is our third year we actually doing it. So we did it first we opened in Espanola, and at the very first year we started it from there. And we always look around to help the community, give it back to the community, and always just share, love and happiness with the people.
We are Sikh, so it's a religion thing. We learn from our religion. Whatever we earn, we have to spend 10% of the earning on the community. So now we are the part of Canada, part of the Sudbury community. So that's why we are spending that 10% in here.
The family-run restaurants are located in different communities across the north, with most participating in the free holiday meal event.
Last year we had somewhere around 450 people for meals, and so this year we add 50 more.
And in the Sault Ste. Marie, we open a new venture. So this year we are doing from there, and from Sudbury, from Northway, and from the Espanola.
Free meals began today on Christmas Eve and will continue from 1 to 9 tomorrow, as well as making sure many people of different dietary needs can access the food.
It's up to them. If they are vegetarian, we have a vegetarian option. If they are like the meat, so we have a meat options too. And in the chilly weather, butter chicken is a good choice, I think.
There's no question asked. There's nothing to be judged or anything. It's all with the respect and dignity. We're just giving away free meals. That's it.
The Singh family has been doing free holiday meals for 3 years now at their existing locations, and they hope to continue the tradition at this new location on Barrydown. Madison Marier, CTV News, Sudbury.
Still ahead tonight on CTV News at 6. How would you spend an $80 million lottery win? We asked Northerners. Rick already teased this story, but it's coming up next. One woman has been making a difference in the lives of homeless people for nearly 40 years, and tonight her family surprised her by coming to help.
I got so emotional today. I didn't expect them to be here.
Kim Shawana and her siblings all live in different communities now, but they all do their best to give back and pay respect to their grandmother, who taught them all to give back. And today was no different. Kim began her tradition of cooking a turkey dinner for community members at Energy Court, and her family came to surprise her and help her. The family, though spread out, does these types of acts of kindness where they live, and Shawana says she will continue to teach the next generation of her family to support those in need.
My mom always wanted to feed everybody. My grandmother did too. So it's continuing, it's going on and on and on. And I'm teaching my grandkids too to do the same thing.
Just to know the kindness of my auntie's heart to give like that for people that can't be home for Christmas.
They deserve. They're people too.
Yes.
They are people.
A men's hockey team from Wikwemkong donated some turkeys to help with her meal tonight. The family says they hope to bring a little cheer to everyone, especially band members who may be living in the encampment. Operation Holiday Cheer has wrapped up for another year. This initiative by the Canadian Armed Forces, which sees active and reservist members visit veterans at long-term care facilities Christmas Eve. This year, Operation Holiday Cheer included units from the Northern Tactical Group, Sudbury-based 2nd Battalion Irish Regiment, and Algonquin Regiment visited homes in Timmins to deliver messages of gratitude and cheer. Small tokens of appreciation were handed out to the veterans in recognition of their service to Canada. The Lotto Max grand prize of $80 million is still on the table, and that has Northerners fantasizing about what they might spend that kind of money on.
Right now, I go watch the Chicago Bears play in the Super Bowl if I won $80 million. And I bring all my friends. That's what I do, and make a trip with my granddaughters.
Off the top of my head, probably just pay my fees.
I'd just give it to my boys, and the rest of it, I'd taking a trip and getting out of here.
Well, I know I could help a lot of people, a lot of friends, family. It's more than enough to live on, so it could go a long way towards doing some good.
This Friday, Lotto Max will offer a huge $126 million in total prizes, including a jackpot of $80 million and about 46 Max Million prizes of $1 million each. The possible windfall comes after no one matched the 7 winning ticket numbers in Tuesday night's draw. But 4 Max Million prizes were won on tickets sold in Quebec, leaving many of us fantasizing what a win like that could mean, myself included. How do you spell champion? An Ottawa mathematician has found the perfect formula for Scrabble success, winning his 2nd World Championship title earlier this year. CTV's Leah LaRocque reports.
Adam can breathe as he has clinched his 2nd World Championship.
There aren't many words to describe winning a World Championship, but if you're Adam Logan, you just need a few.
And by good fortune, I played consecutively Infamies and Diopters, both of which scored over 100 points and put me in the lead.
It's those letters that helped the Ottawa mathematician win the Scrabble World Championships in Ghana in November, his 2nd in 20 years.
Forced myself to say, wait a minute, calm down, you don't have to play this in 5 seconds. Turn the word around, make sure you're spelling it correctly.
He says Scrabble blends his 2 favorite things, words and numbers.
But nevertheless, there is a lot of overlap in the mindset of thinking logically, coming up with a sensible approach to some particular situation, and having some basic understanding of probability.
The passion started at age 9, and his curiosity to keep learning never stopped. He is the only player to have won the Canadian Scrabble Championships 5 times and has competed in tournaments in 15 countries and won more than $100,000.
It is hard for me to play without taking it seriously, and I don't think that I would want to, because I think that would create bad habits.
Where Adam Logan came from behind against Nigel.
This latest victory, defeating Nigel Richards, who's thought to be the best Scrabble player ever.
So how does one prepare to be a Scrabble world champion? Logan says it's a lot of practice, reading as much as possible, but also doing a lot of math in your head.
But what might surprise you?
Where's your Scrabble board right now?
It's in storage in a warehouse in Massachusetts.
Logan practices by using an online program. As for what's next, Logan says he isn't done with the game, even though he has it covered from A to Z.
Even though I am the world champion, that doesn't mean that I'm a perfect player or anything, and there is still a lot for me to learn.
Leah LaRocque, CTV News.
Taylor Swift is giving back and Stranger Things is ramping up. David Daniel has those stories and more in tonight's Hollywood Report.
Merry Christmas from Taylor Swift. The music superstar has donated $1 million to Feeding America, a nonprofit network of 200 U.S. food banks. The group's CEO announced the gift on social media, noting her continued support is a powerful reminder of what's possible when we unite to end hunger. Swift and her fans have made previous donations to the group.
He tries to get to the heart of an emotion of these characters and explore the human condition.
Leonardo DiCaprio is the latest actor to question using AI in Hollywood. The actor told Time magazine there's no humanity to AI art, and anything that is going to be authentically thought of as art has to come from the human being.
It's not real, normal.
Nightmares don't make you a monster.
They do if you can make them come true.
Stranger Things is everywhere. The Tony-winning Broadway show Stranger Things, The First Shadow, just had its biggest box office week since opening in April. Fueled in part, no doubt, by the streaming series returning for its final season. In Hawkins, Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
It has been a golden year for investors who have money tied to precious metals. B&M Bloomberg's Morella Fernandez has more.
The gold run carries on, with spot gold shooting past $4,500 an ounce today for the first time ever. The metal has moved up almost 70% this year, with central banks buying up gold and with geopolitics making investors nervous. Silver, too, is hitting record highs. It's up close to 150% this year. And the run may not be over. Goldman Sachs is predicting gold will get to $4,900 US by the end of next year. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar is up to 73.12. West Texas Intermediate hasn't changed much. It's at 58.35. Western Canadian Select is up to 44.94. And the TSX lost 58 points this Christmas Eve, sliding just under 32,000. Those are your business headlines. I'm Morella Fernandez. Happy holidays.
Here are some of the current prices for some key commodities we watch. Gold down $5.23, closing the day at $44.79.48 US an ounce. Silver up 43 cents to end the day at $71.91. Copper up 11 cents and nickel down 4 cents, ending the day at $6.93 US a pound. And Rick is back now for one last look at your weather for Christmas Day.
Looking awfully good for tomorrow. Let's take a look at some of the temperatures. Kind of cold, a gradual clearing. Greater Sudbury -13. Timmins -17 with a chance of flurries. Clearing in Sault Ste. Marie at -6 for tomorrow. That's the balmy spot. North Bay -10, chance of flurries. Clearing. Perry Sound -5 on that drive down 69. Temiskaming Shores -12, chance of flurries. Merry Christmas to all you weather watchers out there. You've been so kind this past year. And to you, Amanda, especially that delicious crack that you baked earlier. It's a great Christmas delicacy. Thank you so much. You're the best.
Thank you so much for that, Rick. It's a dessert for everyone who's wondering at home. Finally, for us tonight, it's Christmas Eve, and that can only mean one thing. Santa Claus and his trusty reindeer are on their way to Canada to bring Christmas cheer to Canadian children. While we wait for the 70th straight year, the team at NORAD will be watching to make sure he gets here safely. CTV's Eric Tashner reports.
Standing by. Santa Claus is coming to town tonight. The crew responsible for his Canadian escort is eagerly awaiting his arrival.
This is one of the most important missions that we do every single year.
Fully mission capable. Anything that flies over North American airspace must be identified and receive clearance, even Santa himself. The crew, known as Voodoo Flight at 22 Wing Canadian Forces Base, is tasked with a delicate holiday mission to identify Santa, his sleigh, and hard-working reindeer when they fly over.
Because of that special technical relationship we have with Santa Claus, we're able to identify him as his sleigh does move outside of the normal bounds of physics and space-time.
Each day, the men and women of the Royal Canadian Air Force scan thousands of aircraft approaching from the east and west coast. When jolly old St. Nick is first spotted, the team jumps right into action. Using satellites and infrared sensors, the crew will identify that it is indeed him. CF-18 jets are then alerted. They'll take off and escort Santa safely while he delivers presents.
We use a system of a network of sensors, if you will, and the North Warning System is one of those systems that we use to first track and then identify every single object that enters North American airspace.
Tracking Santa out of North Bay has been the focal point for the country for over 40 years. For many of the crew members, they recall when they were young, anxiously scanning the website, waiting for his arrival.
It's very special to me because I used to watch it as a kid.
I have two nieces and a nephew as well, and they're all aware that I will be tracking Santa. They're very excited. They keep pestering me about it.
While he doesn't have an exact flight path, it's expected Santa will fly over the East Coast around 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, moving west. That means children should be in bed long before he arrives.
Vimeo 1-1.
And when he does, the team will be ready to welcome him.
It's important kids get to still experience that Christmas spirit.
Eric Tashner, CTV News, North Bay.
That's all the time we have tonight. Thanks for watching. We will be taking a break for Christmas and Boxing Day, but we'll be back here on Monday. As we've been doing all week, we leave you with a wonderful performance from the CTV Lions Children's Christmas Telethon from earlier this month. Wishing you all a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Good night.
Lights that twinkle red and green, Charlie Brown on the TV screen, hugs from friends and family, that's what we need right now. Buttons on a winter coat, truck tires down a snowy road, that's the sound of coming home, that's what we need right now. The world could use a little healing, our hearts could surely use something to believe in. We that's what it's all about. Red Salvation Army can reach out.